Okay.
Right. We want to talk about
I thought we'd talk about Janet's uncle,
Matthew.
Uncle Mathew Anderson. He was born in 1886, and Janet's mother was born in 1890. Janet's mother was the youngest, born in 1890. He was 30 when he died in 1916, so I think he was born in 1886. Now, what's fascinating is this, William Boyd Anderson, his father, sent all his girls to Cheltenham Ladies' College, but he chose Fettes College in Edinburgh for his boy. Fettes was opened to the public as well in 1870. I think grandfather William Boyd must have had plenty of money, so Mathew Anderson must have been one of the boys that paid fees. Half the boys under the Fettes Trust were given free exhibitions and scholarships, and the other half had to pay fees. So he was a fee-paying member of Fettes College.
When Fettes was pretty early. I mean,
Well, the doors opened in 1870, and this was 1886. It had only been going for 16 years, but it already had a good reputation. And the first headmaster, Dr. Potts, had been deputy to Dr. Arnold at Rugby.
Okay.
So that's why the Fettes tradition is based on Rugby rather than Eton or Harrow.
and who else went to Fettes in the family?
Well, I did, and Robin did, and Graham
And
did,
Graham did. So,
and Ian Donald had a year there as well.
And Donny.
And Donny went there for a little while. He didn't like it at all.
No.
Okay, now so that's the background. Would you like to say something about Uncle Matt?
Yes, well, of course I never met him, but I heard lots of sort of oblique stories about him. I mean, I don't think that either my mum or Tangy or Tibble talked about him very much, because I think it was still a great wound that he'd actually been killed so young, and he was the only son in a family of 6. All 5 sisters adored him, and of course his parents were terribly proud of him too. But he was, I think, a very nice, kind man. And there was something I was going to say about... Oh yes, I know what it was. When we were in China and Angus was born, we called his 2 middle names Matthew, and then we thought, well, if it's going to be Matthew, perhaps Anderson after it. And winging back when we'd sent this letter saying, you know, Angus has been born, he's going to be christened Angus Mathew Anderson, winging back came a letter saying, lovely name. Now, they'd never said that about the other lovely names which we had chosen for James, Graham Ogilvy, John, Robert Brodie, which we think are wonderful names, but that really hit. And the fact that they actually commented on it so quickly.
This was your mum.
My mum, yes, that's right. Yes, and Tangy. Was Tangy alive at the time? I think she
Oh
was.
yes,
Yes. So, so they'd obviously picked on that, and it underlined for me how much they missed him. But I didn't know anything about his career in the First World War before he was killed. But luckily, Alan found a book in which...
Well, we'll come to that now.
Right, okay.
Now the thing about Mathew Anderson is Mathew, like Saint Matthew, is M-A-T-T-H-E-W. But he was only 1 T. So that's why Angus is M-A-T-H-E-W, Mathew. Another strict thing. Now, after he'd been at Fettes, Mathew went to Glasgow University, where he got an MA, and after that he got an LLB. So he'd got
He was obviously quite clever.
a clever boy who did a law degree after his MA at Glasgow University.
And why did he do law? Because his father was
His
a lawyer.
father was a writer to the Signet.
And there was a legal firm which had Anderson and something, and he was
Yes.
obviously going to join it.
To be
As sons did to fathers at that time.
He may well have done it. That I don't know. You see, after he graduated, before the First World War. Anyway, The other thing to mention is there was a body of territorial soldiers in Glasgow called the Glasgow Highlanders. Now Glasgow is a lowland city in Scotland, but of course it's next to the west coast of Scotland, and so they had lots and lots of Highlanders who came. And it was founded about 1868, 69, when the clearances had happened, and the British government decided that the tartan could be worn again. So this was almost a private club, like a yeomanry regiment in England, of Glasgow Highlanders, who were eventually given permission to wear the kilt. And they were caught up in the First World War and went to war. And the Glasgow Highlanders fought in the Battle of the Somme.
And today, is it? Or
Well,
this week is the 100th anniversary, isn't it?
No, 1916. You see, the Battle of the Somme, people think of it as that dreadful day, the 1st of July, when we lost nearly 60,000 casualties on one day, of whom 20,000 were killed. And the Battle of the Somme actually lasted for 5 months. It went from the 1st of July to about the middle of November 1916. And the idea was, General Haig had got an idea that if you could just smash a way through the German trenches, he would then pour the cavalry through and start a war like an ordinary war, a mobile war, whereas this war in the Somme had just become